Hello, welcome to Reflect and Connect. Let me just quickly. But we are in week 11, and today's topic is something that is. It's hard to talk about because it's something I still don't really grasp in terms of studying. But today we're talking about score studies, but the name of the article is Beginning in the Score. So, one thing what I struggle with is just being able to dissect or break down the score. And most of the time, I don't really know what I'm doing when I'm looking at the score. Because sometimes I look at the score and then I look at different entrances, and I'm not sure whether to conduct all of them or what to do at certain points in the piece. But one thing that the author, sorry, let me, Mark Laycock, okay, yeah, talks about is two basically goals in terms of looking at a score, and which is one is knowing each note on the page, and then the other one is understanding the individual function of each note. And um, I would like to say that I'm very much when I do my score studies, I try to play every part on my instrument in order to see which one sounds more melodic, or to see what instrument group has more of that build to a different, or building to a different section in the music. So besides that, I don't really know much about actually dissecting it. And I did a practicum. I like talking about practicums, but I did a practicum in for high school recently, and the teacher was going over. Well, she was showing me her score for Sweetie Todd's musical, and I just remember it being marked like very well in terms of, okay, this is like, anticipate this in a couple measures is going to change. Look at the crew, look up, do this, do that, and it's like it's hard to actually put that into how I will be able to do it on my own scores, if that makes sense. Ooh, I thought something else was happening. Anyways, so it goes over the chapter over what exactly to look out for. So basically, form, the melody, what else? Dynamics, something I also very much struggle with, because I'm over here and then I'm like, all right, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's something I struggle with. But one thing that stuck out to me was, I'm trying to locate it, but the chapter talks about just, I think it has to do with either dynamics. Yeah, it has to do with dynamics, but um looking back at the time period and seeing how um things like dynamics were used at that time period. So it talks about broke and classical markings in terms of reading your score, and basically how it's different in terms of conducting it for students. But besides that, I feel like this chapter gives a lot of good guidance on how to actually break down the score and what to look for, because it's something that never really occurred to me to think about. One, like the form, like what form the piece is in. Dynamics, dynamics has occurred to me. It's just actually breaking it down has never really been a something I was able to do in the past, but now it's like, oh, okay, like, um, does the time period matter? What am I playing, a modern piece or a piece from the Baroque era, and does that take an effect on what I have to do in terms of dynamics? And articulation is something I feel like I have to be better in terms of understanding and speaking it to my group. But yeah, that's